Yeah, just a really a good weekend for the Lumberjacks, and good to get back in the win column against the old A&M Commerce, my old team over there. We had a lot of great memories in that town, great people, great school, great community. But it was fun to win. I was really pleased with our team. Thought we rebounded well, corrected some mistakes, and made the plays to keep, to win the game, and wasn't ever really in doubt. It was close there for a little while. We had some mistakes defensively, a couple of explosives there in the first half we'd like to have back, and then a couple late touchdowns that weren't fun to give up, but those are young guys that are getting some reps, and that'll help them in the future. They'll be guys that are starting for us a year from now or two, and so that's great experience that they're able to gain, even at the cost of a few extra late touchdowns. But offensively, very pleased with the growth there and the rebound. Brian Maurer played his best game of his collegiate career, 350 yards passing and 5 touchdowns, and just some great individual performances. Kylan Harris and Anthony Williams stepped up, and so those guys both had 3 touchdowns each. But just the methodical start of the game, 15, 16-play drive, put together another 12-play drive, another 12-play drive, and did some really good things controlling the line of scrimmage. Only rushed on paper for 130 yards, which I think may be a season low, but maybe the best job we had done. They had 8, 9, 10, seemed like 12, 13 people in the box at times, and we were still able to move the chains. Very, very good on conversion downs. We were 18 of 20 there offensively on conversion downs. So you're able to do that. You're going to control a game, and the best thing about it, they were finishing with touchdowns. So we were 7 for 7 in the red zone with 7 touchdowns. So that was good to see as well. Some good things in special teams, coverage, blocked the kick, and recovered a surprise onside. So there were some positives there in the special teams. So all in all, just a good game for the Lumberjacks. Get us back in the win column. Appreciate everybody that came out to Homer Bryce to support these guys. Fun crowd, and student section. Purple Haze was awesome once again, so appreciate that group as well. So just a good win.
We could tell you this now because this will go out a little bit later, but you mentioned Kylan Harris. Kylan Harris and Chris Campos both are going to get Conference Player of the Week honors for specialists and then offensive player. So what does that mean for having 2 guys on your roster getting Player of the Week honors? Yeah,
you got to win, and to do that usually, and so that's the first players in the game that really. I guess we had a freshman earlier in the year, but good to receive some recognition from the conference, and those 2 guys had a really good game, and Chris was 8 for 8 there on extra points, and had 1, should have had 2  onsides, but didn't. Left it about 6 inches short. But Kylan nets 2 great weeks in a row. He's had, really productive football, stepping up in injuries for an injury with JT. So that's what we always say, injuries equal opportunities, and he's making the most of his. So congrats to those 2 guys and the 10 other guys on the field at each time when those plays are being made, because those are team awards, but it's great to get some recognition.
Leave it open to the media. So.
8 o'clock Central Time start. I know you'll be out in Mountain Time, but do you any prep different for a later start, or does that have a different feel or anything going into it?
No, get out there a day early and just kind of start your day a little bit later. Everybody maybe get 1 hour extra sleep, but you get 1 hour less coming home. But it's tough. I wish we could play those games a little earlier. That's when they set the schedule, so that's when we'll play it, and hopefully we'll have them ready.
What does Utah Tech do well?
Well, last time I checked, they beat the Lumberjacks, and so they came in here and beat us last year on homecoming, broke our, we had the second longest home winning streak in the country, and they came in and got after us. So they hadn't changed much. I think Coach Peterson does a terrific job. He's had my respect since they came in the league. They get the most out of their kids and do a really good job. They're going to throw the ball all over the yard, up tempo and kill you. Death by 1,000 cuts through the air there. Defensively, they're going to fly around and play hard. Just a well-coached team. And their record, sitting at 1-4 right now, but they've I feel sorry for – I've told him this before. The scheduling they had to take on when they made the jump to FCS was because they had gone into the Big Sky and then came out of it and to join the WAC, now the UAC. So they had to honor some of those contracts, and they've played some tough opponents, non-conference opponents through the years. This year especially, and they sit at 1-4. And I mean, we talked about it as a team. I mean, we played their schedule. We'd probably be 1-4 too. So I think it's going to be two very evenly matched teams, and we're going to have to play extremely well to have a chance to win on the road, because it's tough to win on the road in this league.
Have you talked to the team at all about that homecoming and getting from last year and getting the revenge on it?
Well, it's not revenge. That was last year's team, and this year's team's totally different. Year to year, I know back in the day in high school it was always move fly, make up for last year, and this, that, and the other. But that's really not how college football works. It's a new team each and every season. But I think last year's game does play into our approach this year. They were at 1-6 coming in last year, and I don't think we took them, as serious as we should have. And like I say, they ran up and down the field on us. And so I think this year, looking at just their body of work and who it's been against and the games they've been in, the games they've won. I mean, they played Colorado State. It was a really good Mountain West team this past week, and it was 21-20 going in the fourth quarter. And so I think our team. I think they've got our team's attention, and now we've got to put together a good week of work to be ready to perform, at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever time it is, Saturday night.
Everyone good health-wise and all that?
Yeah, we're a little banged up and lost a few more, so it's sixth game of the year. You're gonna have that, and injuries equal opportunity. So that's why you have over 100 on your roster, because it's a physical game, it's a violent game, and injuries do happen. So we'll have some guys step up, and just like they have been so far this season, and looking forward to watching them play.
Smaller moment from the end of the game last week. James Sowards, I believe, Nacogdoches native, Nacogdoches High.
Hometown hero
pulling out a touchdown. I know we talked about Campos had his moment last year with the 51-yard field goal against Abilene. But how cool is it that, yes, we have Campos, but then we also have James, who's a very vital point of the team, but then him being able to get in and be able to score literally on home turf.
Yeah, no, that was an awesome series. We played the whole series and did a great job there through the fourth quarter, and wanted to get him a catch, and we'd called that play 2 times earlier, but ended up handing the thing off, and so finally got the ball in his hands, and lo and behold, if that guy didn't rumble, bumble, and stumble into the end zone, get him a touchdown. So I think you could kind of see the sideline, erupt, and he's a team favorite, he's a hometown favorite, just a great young man who's been a part of this program since I've been here. He transferred back from SMU right after I got the job here, and has done just a great job. Came back for his COVID senior year. Already has his degree, and came back just to be a part of the team, knowing he's not going to be a bona fide starter or impact player, but just wanted to help this team and be a part of it. And there's different spokes inside the wheel of every championship team, and he's a big piece of ours. So excited for him, and I told him, I said, you owe Coach Storm some Susu's popcorn, for calling that play and getting in the end zone. So, but just tickled to death for James and all he does for our program.
Enjoy the Utah views, and we'll see you on ESPN Plus on Saturday.
Sounds good. Axum.